It is a lot later in the day than I normally like to start these videos. However, I've just picked up the van from having the MLT done, and it looks like the fact that the engine light is now back on in the van, that's one of the failures, among other things. So we've got an exciting couple of days.
Times and places are all in who you share them with, and it's life.
Look at the state of this weather. I know it looks quite dark outside, but it's actually only 4:30 in the afternoon. But as we're in winter, it gets dark very, very early now. I'd say that I found this fantastic spot, but it was actually my mate Darren that was in the last video. When he was doing his tour around Cornwall, he was like, I found a really good spot in Coverack. You can literally park right on the water, even though there is a brick wall out there. But do you know what? Looks fine. So here is my MLT failure list. It is as follows. Engine mill inoperative or indicates a malfunction. That's the engine light, we know what that is. It's the EGR valve, should be an easy fix, either needs cleaning or needs replacing. Supplementary restraint system warning lamp indicates a fault. That's the airbag light, that's been on since they've changed the engine, so either they've not plugged something in or I don't know what it is. Directional indicator not working. That will be one of the indicator bulbs. I'm guessing it's the one that was smashed when I picked up the van from that garage the last time it was there. Position lamp not working near side front. Not sure what that is. Suspension arm ball joint excessively worn. I know about that. And anti-roll bar linkage ball joint excessively worn. So general wear and tear really, but to be fair, the thing that I'm worried about the most is how long it's going to take to get this done, because these things take time. You get them booked in and you can't guarantee that it's actually going to get done when you book it in. So fingers crossed I'm not without a van for a long period of time like I was when I had the engine fitted. There have been a few changes to the van as well. I say a few. I now have 3 doors out of 4. Me and my dad the other day worked very hard when we were both not feeling very well to get these doors fitted. There will be a glass strut on each door just holding them up for when I want to get in there, so I'm not having to hold it up with one hand and then get another hand in there. They do have these little clips that you just pull and then that opens it, and when it shuts, that's nice and secure. I mean, obviously they need painting. The painting's not going to get done until we've actually got some decent weather, when it finally stops raining. How much better does that make it? But the only problem is when you've got doors on your units, it's easier just to like leave it messy and then you end up losing things. So I'm gonna have to get very organized very soon. Now the reason why I've come down to Coverack tonight is because tomorrow morning I'm meeting up with a guy that makes things from recycled plastic. He messaged me on Instagram and just said he's got a workshop in Helston and he makes everything from key rings to coasters out of recycled plastic that's found on the beach or just from other recycling from people's houses. Because I mentioned that I wanted to start putting things in my van just to sort of personalize it a bit, he said that maybe I should pay him a visit and just see if there's anything that I like at his workshop. And I'll be honest, I can't just turn up empty-handed, can I? So I figured I need to go somewhere close to Helston that's got a beach, that in the morning I can attempt to do a little litter pick on the beach, collect as much plastic as I possibly can. So at least when I show up there, I can almost do an exchange with him. Here's some plastic. Either make me something out of this or this is for your next project. And rather than just pay him a visit, I figured I could probably turn this into a stealth camp. So here I am. So everything for tonight has been a little bit of a rush. I had to pick up the van from the MLT centre. I didn't really have time to do a great deal of shopping. I've got some bacon for the morning. I bought a steak for tonight, but I didn't get anything to go with it. So I'm probably just gonna, and you know, I'm gonna get a lot of hate in the comments for this, but probably just gonna have super noodles on the side of my steak. Lovely. From my recollection from the last time I was here, which was probably about 3 years ago, there is a pub on the headland, so I might head down there for a pint later, and then go to bed, get up early, get some plastic from the beach, and then go and meet Matt in Helston. Right, leave that to rest, and then we're going to get the noodles on. Ta-da! Now I would say that is an okay tea. Overcooked my steak as well, brilliant. It's tasty though, and that's all that matters. I've still got some of this Brewdog Nanny steak, alcohol free. So that'll do for now. I am still going to pay a visit to the pub tonight though. Cool beans. Here's something that you learn pretty quickly when you're in a van. You wash your dishes in the most minimal amount of water that you can, because when you've got to carry the water and keep your weight down, you don't necessarily want to be using it all up on just one lot of washing up. Right, well, now that dinner's out the way, I think it's time to go and see if that pub's open and get a pint. I think I might even be in luck. It might have actually stopped raining. Right, so all I know is that the pub is this way. There's so many Christmas lights still on. It's January. Hello, can I get a pint of tribute, please? Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, so I've put the diesel heater on just to take the edge off. It's 16 degrees in here, so it's not actually that cold, but it would be a lot more comfortable if it was 19 degrees. Kate got me this pillow for Christmas from Charlie, so it's lovely. Lots of pictures of me, my wife, my baby. Just something to have in the van when I'm away from them. Lovely. But anyway, I'm going to say goodnight, and I'll see you in the morning. Good night. Good morning. 9 o'clock, I never normally sleep this late. Oh. It sounds really rainy out there. But looking at it, it doesn't actually look like it's raining much. There doesn't look like there's much of a beach to do a beach clean here though. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to sit here, enjoy my coffee, and then going to head down to what is the small beach that's down there, pick up as much plastic as I can, come back, have some breakfast, and then go and meet Matt in Houston.
I need you like a rising sun, like the light pouring in the cold.
There's not a huge amount of beach to work with. Do you know what time low tide is?
Sorry, I don't actually.
Yeah. Okay. So, you know, I want to get around to this part here, but I don't really want to get cut off. Right, so it says here that high tide is at 11:20. So, and because it's 10:44, that means the tide is still coming in. So if I do go down there now, I will get cut off. I've decided I'm just gonna risk it. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm only gonna be, if it does block me off down there, it's not gonna be for a huge amount of time, maybe an hour tops. It's just sort of timing it right so that I don't get wet feet on this bit. Right, I reckon now, go, 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 go. Right, made it. Let's see if we can find some plastic. There's loads of, these pebbles are really slippery. I probably should have worn boots. There's lots of remains of Christmas trees down here. Let's see if we can find some plastic. To be fair, this beach does actually look pretty clean. This is the problem with like these sort of pebbles. I mean, there is sand further out, but all the plastic could be underneath all these pebbles. So I'm almost tempted to move to a more sandy beach and do a little beach clean there, which is a shame because I kind of wanted to give something back to Kovrak after staying there last night. Ugh, what's that? That is a metal plate. Bit of wood. There's not a great deal here. I think we need to find a better beach. Tell you what though, considering it's January and it is supposed to be pretty cold, I actually worked up a bit of a sweat down there on that beach. Too many layers. I mean, I do know this area quite well, but let's just see if there's a sandy beach closer by. I mean, Porthleven is fairly close to Helston, so maybe we'll go there. I've only managed to park where I parked last time that I stayed in Porthleven, in the smaller van, so ideal. Well, as it's just started raining and it's still pretty high tide, I'm going to make myself some lunch, wait for the tide to go out a little bit, and then fingers crossed, I mean this sounds terrible to say, but fingers crossed we find some plastic so I don't turn up at Matt's place empty-handed. There should be never a time in the world that you hope that there's plastic on the beach. But if there's not, I mean, it's win-win either way, isn't it? Woohoo, look at that! Oh, that actually looks pretty good. whirlpools here, but I can't see anything. I mean, if I'm perfectly honest, I can't go back with nothing. I have to find at least one piece of plastic as an offering. But it's just slim pickings. What's this? Glistening. It's just a pebble. I'm calling it complete lost cause. So let's go to Houston. Okay, so his shop is literally just around the corner here. One blue eye. Hello! Is it Matt?
Yeah, alright mate.
How's it going? Nice to meet you.
Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah, not too bad.
All
Not
right.
too bad. Thanks for inviting me.
No
I
worries.
kind of messed up.
Yeah.
I wanted to bring some plastic that I got off the beach this morning.
Oh, right.
Couldn't find any.
No. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
But by the looks of it, you've got plenty of.
I've got a fair bit, yeah. I'm in it looks like I'm in a pickle, but this is just how it is.
Yeah.
You obviously recognise those.
Yeah, tops of the kegs.
Yeah. But there's these are blue, that's a blue fishing crate, but it's you know, that will go into products that actually people specifically want made from ocean plastic.
Yeah.
The rest of
So it starts off with, so what are these? Just
So
like.
these are sacks that come inside a Hessian sack with the beans.
Yeah.
A local coffee roaster. So hard plastic for them to get recycled. So we take them, and these machines now, these industrial shredders. The other machine wouldn't do it, but these then turn it into granulated.
That's your prod instinct.
There'll be enough to have a look. There's only a little bit for now, but when that
Oh,
goes,
wow.
so
So it's quite fine, isn't it?
yeah, fine. That's really soft, still warm as well. Yeah.
It's kind of like what happens with microplastics in the sea, but essentially.
That is the thing, and you know, there was a study recently that shows it is really beneficial to do these beach cleans and take any plastic off the beach, because the big bits that you find will eventually become microplastics, smaller and smaller, and then, you know, fish are consuming them, we're consuming them.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, there's approximately 380 million tons of plastic produced every year. Half of that is single use. So if we could cut out 50%, or if we could cut out all our single use, we're cutting out 50% of the plastic that we consume. Yeah. So, you know, that's just simple sort of switches, you know. Yeah. Forgetting the, you know, the plastic drinks bottles and you know, well, pop bottles and yogurt pots, and, you know, there's loads of changes you can make. But yeah, we need, as consumers, we need to stop consuming it. With these molds here, they get clamped in between two plates, bolted together, and then the plastic gets injected through there.
Yeah.
So this machine here is the injection press, and that will get clamped in there.
Oh, what? And then the
granules are fed into there.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's not fired up, so but the granules get fed into there. This there's heating elements around here. Heat up the plastic to like 220 degrees, and then the plastic, the hot plastic, gets forced into the mold. And but you know, we can do that whole process. You know,
Yeah.
This is what I surf at the moment. So this is a shape as in a prototype. I buy this in a sheet form, all right?
Yeah.
So this is all hard to recycle plastic, like face masks, pill packets, cosmetic tubes, stuff like that. But I surf these because I want to make bodyboards from recycled plastic.
Yeah.
All right, so this is. I mean, I was in Pernambuco yesterday surfing, and it's a fair bit of weight in it, but
yes, it's not that
heavy. No.
It felt heavy when I had
but
it.
When you're comparing it with things like the wooden belly boards and things like that, but all of this stuff is, I love doing it, but this is what I really love.
Yeah.
The surfing side of it. So my goal for 2024 is to actually start producing and selling bodyboards with recycled plastic. Fun little one.
See, I quite like that one.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get this hand plane off Matt because he's been such a good host. But what we're going to do, and we were saying this, is that we're actually going to make a bespoke one for me at some point and maybe do a beach clean, a proper beach clean as opposed to my 2 failed attempts this morning, and make one in the van with whatever plastic we find on that beach. So I'm having it.
Cool, nice one.
Cool. So even the hand part of this is made out of a recycled inner tube. So 100% recycled.
That's the ghost net off the beach.
And the ghost net off the beach. And yeah, not only thank you for that, but thank you for showing me around as well.
Yeah,
Appreciate
no
it.
worries,
Appreciate
mate.
your time.
Good to meet you.
Sorry if I took up too much of your time, but I do like to yap. So.
Yeah, no problem at all. Love the channel.
Yeah. Right. So I now have my first bit of, something for the wall of my van. And I think that would look pretty good there. I just need to work out how to attach it to the wall because I am actually planning on using this. So for now that can, I'll put it in my cupboard up here. If you could all go over to Matt's website, I'll link that below. And what he's doing for the community and the environment is right up my street, and I think he's doing a really good job. So, and if you do want to buy anything for yourself, I'll link his website below. Now I also need to pick 2 random winners of the Groundswell surf video competition that I spoke about late last year. This is going to be completely random. I'm going to go into the comments of that video and I'm just literally just going to pick a couple of randoms. We're going to go all comments. So I'm just literally just scrolling through. Here we go. Boom. So Daniel Cattell, or was that Danielle Cattell? Daniel. Be great to win as my birthday is on the 10th of Feb and haven't camped in Falmouth yet and love the big wave circuit. So that's the first winner. You have won 2 tickets, one for you, one for a friend or partner or whoever. The next, here we go again. That one, which just says Merry Christmas. Okay, the next, that one, which just says Merry Christmas, for God's sake. The next, that one. Matthew Pincher. Matthew Pincher, you've also won 2 tickets to come with me on the 9th of February at 7 o'clock. That's 7 o'clock in the evening, by the way. We're not getting up early. Make sure that you message me on Instagram at lovesundays84 and I will get the tickets sent out to you. Also, I forgot to mention that if you are still interested in seeing Groundswell and you weren't lucky enough to win the tickets that I've given away, at the time of recording this video there was still plenty of seats still available. So I'll also link the website if you do want to purchase a ticket or a couple of tickets to go and see the movie. Also, thank you to everyone that's bought me a beer through the link in the description. All of these legends here, and I'll see you next week for another campervan related adventure. Cheers!